What you're about to read is insane. I hope you like spicy stories because this one is gonna hit the spot. Let's dive right in. There was always something between Ava and my husband. I could feel it whenever she looked at him, those sultry eyes boring into his soul. But I pushed it away, convincing myself it was nothing more than a figment of my imagination. But then came the day when I found out the truth. My husband and I were celebrating our anniversary, a rare night away from the kids. We were having the time of our lives when suddenly my phone lit up. It was a message from Ava, the close friend of the family. Nothing out of the ordinary. But then I read the message and my blood ran cold. She said, "I haven't stopped thinking about you. Can I see you tonight?" My heart pounded against my ribs. What did she mean? Why did she want to see me tonight? Confusion clouded my mind. Before I could respond, she sent another message. "Meet me at my place. We need to talk." Curiosity got the better of me. I had to know what she wanted. So I told my husband I needed to run to the bathroom. But in reality, I was sneaking out to meet Ava. When I arrived at Ava's house, my hands were shaking. I rang the doorbell and she opened the door. Her face was pale and her eyes were red, as if she had been crying. "Come in," she said, her voice hoarse. I stepped inside and sat down. Then she poured herself a glass of wine and stared at it, her fingers curled tightly around the stem. Finally, she looked up and met my gaze. "I'm sorry," she said, her voice breaking. "Sorry for what?" I asked, my heart pounding in my chest. "For betraying you," she whispered. "I never should have done it." "Done what?" I pressed, feeling a sense of foreboding wash over me. "This," she said, gesturing between us, "this house. It's all I have left of him." She looked away, tears streaming down her face. "What are you talking about?" I asked, my voice barely a whisper. "He was here last night," she said, turning back to me, her eyes filled with pain. "Your husband, he was here. He came to me in the middle of the night, begging me for help. He said he needed someone to lean on, someone to talk to. And I couldn't say no." She paused, taking a deep breath. "We ended up spending the night together." "I'm so sorry," she said, bursting into tears. My mind reeled. Was this really happening? My husband had come to Ava for comfort, and then they had spent the night together. I felt betrayed, angry, confused. But mostly I was hurt. Hurt for myself, hurt for my marriage. Ava got up and walked over to me, reaching out to touch my arm. But I flinched away from her. "Don't touch me," I whispered, my voice trembling. She looked down, her eyes filled with remorse. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I didn't mean for any of this to happen." "Why did he come to you?" I asked, my voice breaking. "Why didn't he come to me?" She shook her head, tears streaming down her face. "I don't know," she whispered. "I wish I could tell you, but I honestly don't know. All I do know is that he's sorry. He said he's so sorry." I stared at her, trying to make sense of it all. What did this mean for my marriage? What was going to happen now? As I sat there in shock, a part of me couldn't help but feel a sense of satisfaction. I knew I shouldn't, but I did. It was almost as if I had been waiting for this, searching for a way out. Don't get me wrong, I loved my husband, I really did. But lately, things hadn't been the same. There had been distance between us, a lack of connection. And now, well, now it all made sense. I realized that I needed to take care of myself, that I deserved someone who would give me his full, undivided attention. Someone who wouldn't seek comfort in another woman's arms. With a newfound sense of clarity, I got up to leave. As I walked out the door, I knew that this was the beginning of a new chapter in my life. A chapter filled with uncertainty, yes, but also with possibility. I was scared, but I was also excited. Excited to see what lay ahead. Excited to discover who I truly was, what I truly wanted.